What's going on, guys? I've built one cool scene from all 6 MCU Phase 2 movies, and unlike the last video, I'm not limiting myself to a single 16x16 base plate base. I don't know why I even did that in the first place, but this time, I'm not limited by anything. I can go as big or as small as I want. So let's go ahead and get into it with Iron Man 3. So for Iron Man 3, I decided to go with a scene from the Malibu Mansion attack, specifically the scene where after Tony gives Pepper the suit and she's safe outside the mansion, he brings the suit back to him and the floor is crumbling beneath his feet. So you can see here I've built just a little section of the floor with some rubble going on. He's in a kneeled position. The suit up is about to be complete. I don't even think he's kneeling in the scene, but I just think this looks cool. I was gonna add like a chandelier or something hanging from below the build, but I forgot to do that, so that's just not there. I built a little stand for the build. You can rotate it around. I got it at a bit of an angle because in the scene the floor is at a bit of an angle. For the minifig, most of it is from the Iron Man mech minifig. Looks a lot like the Mark 42. It is inspired by the Mark 42. The arms are from a Lego City police set. I'll show the picture on screen. I don't remember the set number or anything. And then the face is from the Silver Centurion Iron Man minifigure. Next is going to be Captain America the Winter Soldier, and I've built a box, specifically an elevator box. Clearly, this is the iconic elevator scene. This is around the time where Steve has defeated most of the guys in the elevator, and the only person left is Brock Rumlow. He's holding a couple of batons here. The shield is on the floor. I only had room for about 2 henchmen. And for the Captain America minifig, the torso, face, and I think the hair is from the video game version of Captain America. Swapped out the black hands for brown, and then the legs are from the CMF Peggy Carter minifig. I'm pretty happy with the build. I'm a bit limited on trans clear parts, so it was a bit difficult making the windows. I like how instead of building an actual door, I just represented the door with the bricks with a little indent in the middle. The ceiling is also easily removable. It's only attached with 4 studs, but there's not much going on with it. It's just a square ceiling. Moving on to Thor the Dark World, I would say this is the only bad movie of Phase 2. For this one, I did use a 16x16 base plate because that's just kind of what worked the best. The room is a bit small. I think if it were to be to scale, it would definitely be a little bit bigger, but nothing significant. But anyways, you've got Loki moments before revealing that he's actually in a lot of pain and this is just an illusion. For Thor, I've used a complicated combination of parts. You've got the newer OG Avengers movie torso, the original 2012 face, and the hairpiece from Thor Love and Thunder, and the brown cloth piece is from a Star Wars minifig representing the cloak he's wearing in the scene. Of course, the cloak covers his whole body, and this is just covering like a quarter of it, but it's kind of the best I could do. I didn't have enough trans orange pieces to make the entire translucent wall standing between them, so I just kind of put it on the corners. You can just imagine that the rest of the wall is there. For the room, I tried to capture some details. The big gray thing is supposed to be a mirror. I didn't really know what else to do for that. It does look kind of weird, but everything else looks pretty solid. And yeah, overall, I'm happy with this build. It's kind of just another big box. Before we continue, just a quick reminder, we do have a Discord server we're trying to grow. You can join using the link in the description. Back to it. After that, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. This is a fairly simple build, but it's one of my favorites. It's elevated again on a couple stands, and this is clearly from the opening scene where he goes to grab the orb and then gets ambushed. And honestly, besides Star-Lord and the stand with the orb, it's not entirely accurate to what you see in the film. I don't even know what I've done on the side of this. I was just running out of parts. I had a vision for how I wanted this to look, and I ended up not having the parts for it. So I just created this weird circle design on the side, and I think it looks really good. I just don't really know what it is. And then for the floor, I just kind of made something up as well. It's a bit of a complicated floor design in the film. Not really something I could capture with the parts I have. Anyways, for the Star-Lord minifig, it's all parts from the original version of Star-Lord, except for the legs being from the T'Challa Star-Lord from Marvel CMF Series 1. Moving on to Avengers Age of Ultron, I've done the scene just before the final battle happens when Vision battles Ultron. And this build is fairly simple. It's just this octagon with the core in the middle, and you've got Vision and Ultron hovering on both sides. The Vision minifig is obviously from the latest Avengers Tower set, and the Ultron is just the original 2015 Ultron minifig. So I don't know. The build is simple, but I quite like this one. It's nothing impressive. So let me know your thoughts on it. And last but not least is going to be the first AntMan film. I've done the scene where he suits up for the first time and shrinks down for the first time. He backs into a bathtub, and just as Louise walks in the door, he closes the shower curtain and shrinks down for the first time. Obviously, this is the smallest build of the 6, but it might be one of my favorites. It's definitely not to scale, but Lego is a bit weird, and I didn't care so much about scale while making this anyways, so I was not sure at all how I was going to do the top metal bar that holds the actual curtains, the shower curtains, but just by using the rounded 1x2 plates, it worked pretty well. And then I was able to put the clips on the bottom of that and then snap on some 1x4 white tiles. And it looks pretty good. They're a bit uneven. Some of them are at different angles and different, heights depending on how far they were pushed in. And I think it captures the look of a shower quite well because usually the curtain's all kind of funky. And in the film, the tub is very, very old and rusty, so I've just put some dark gray pieces to represent the rust. And for the minifig, I've just used the original 2015 AntMan minifig. Didn't change anything about it. Anyways, that is going to wrap up this video. Let me know which build was your favorite. Mine is probably the Guardians of the Galaxy build, maybe the elevator from Captain America, or the bathtub. And just a quick reminder, guys, we are doing a giveaway for a brand new sealed Iron Patriot minifig at 5,000 subscribers, so be sure to subscribe for a chance to win. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of these builds. Let me know what you think of MCU Phase 2, and I will see you all in the next one.